Well, good morning boys and girls, friends, enemies. How the devil are you? A glorious day. Yesterday, silly as it sounds, I went up to see my daughter. Now, she lives in Leicester. That's 130 miles, 2 3/4 hours by motorway. But you know me, I don't do motorways. I elected a route, a combination of using maps and the sat-nav, that would take me across country and avoid all dual carriageways, all motorways, and any more than half a mile on all major A roads. And I succeeded. And my calculations told me about 5 hours. Did it in 3.5. So it took me an hour longer to go from the bottom of Essex right the way up to the bottom of Leicester. 130 miles by motorway. I did it in 150 something miles. So I added 20 miles to my trip, an hour, but I had some of the most glorious roads, lanes. Excuse me, I'm just going to cool off. No traffic, just stand up, cool off a bit. The most glorious roads. Roads like this one, single track, old, fairly main B roads, which were twice this width, very twisty, very up, very down, hilly, through some absolutely gorgeous little villages. And when I got there, I thought, fluke. So I timed it on the way back, and I come back more or less the same route. You know, never that accurate when you forget to look at maps. The only thing about the whole journey was I had my sat-nav on for, I use it to actually judge the road ahead. I left early morning. When it's dark, if you glance down at your sat-nav, it'll show you whether there's a right-hand or a left-hand curve coming up, or a series of bends or a long straight. Excuse me. And that is a great help to a rider. But the speed warning on it is so sensitive. When it's quiet and there's nobody about and it's the 30 limit, you do 30, we all do that. This thing, at about 29 3/4 miles an hour, it pings. And it keeps pinging. I've since switched it off, but on the way up I hadn't switched it off and it was driving me absolutely gaga. But I was insistent on sort of riding rather than anything else. I was just enjoying it so much. Oh, let's line up this. I normally come down this lane and never meet a single soul. Sunday, the sun's out, everybody's coming for a ride. Anyway, what I've done, because there's 8 hours of video, no, 7 hours of video, and I got mind locked looking at it, I decided just to put a few snippets in, and they don't necessarily join up or make sense, but they're nice views, give you an idea. There's one little bit gives you an idea of how quiet the roads were. So I hope you enjoy it. If not, switch off. Of course, the other thing I didn't mention was I'm breaking in a brand new set of TKC 80s, and as you know, all tyres are quite slippery, knobblies even more so, starting off in the dark. Great fun. What more could you want? Lovely old English villages by dawn. 5:30 in the morning. Not many people have stirred. There's an old market hall being redecorated. Should be black and white timber. It's nice seeing the villages when they're really, really, really quiet. This is Bardfield, Suffolk. I think people pollute. And if you ride through a pretty village, it's full of traffic and people, it dilutes and pollutes your experience. But when you're cruising through, in the early hours when everybody's in bed or just getting up for breakfast, it's sort of kind of nice. That's the other nice thing about summer, isn't it? You can get up nice and early and have the roads yourself. And the temperature is moderate, you're not shivering. That's a grand estate, or was in its day. Probably all bloody industrial estates now. It looks like it. But I bet once it was a bloody great big estate. It's a nice looking little town, isn't it? No, I can't tell you the name. I'm getting a bit village and town weary now. I've got to ask everybody, why the heck would you be on a motorway right now? Roads like this look virtually empty, cruising along 60 miles an hour, no problem. It's just gorgeous. Lovely old church in the distance, farmhouses over in the distance. It's just such a beautiful way to travel. Yeah, it takes a bit longer. What's the hurry? You're a long time dead, you know. But I don't understand. People are all in a hurry to get somewhere. All you're actually rushing to is your grave, eventually. Get to see, you know, feel, experience. There's something wrong with the average British person. I'm waiting to see this church. I'm hoping we get close enough. I don't know why, I'm not religious at all, but I think they're marvellous structures. Oh, look how proud that church is. cows in the common land. I mean, it's just a marvellous structure. Thank you, lights. That's a nice invention. Modern British traffic lights on roadworks, 80% of them have sensors, so there's none of that waiting endlessly anymore. I love that. Hey, mainish road. This will be nice. Probably about the biggest main road I've been on in a little while. Ah, not going to last long though, is it? Let's see what's happening here. I just had to touch base with the main road. There's that bloody cyclist again. I've overtaken him about 4 times. Well, you know, milfs, men in lycra bucket. Old century boxer, I guess. He's 14. There's the second time I've crossed it. It's jam-packed with lorries and cars, all bustling off to work. Look at this, it's gorgeous. Harrington. Old-fashioned hand signal there. Just for the hell of it. I tend to think that sometimes a hand signal gives somebody far more idea of what you're doing than a flashing indicator, because so many bikers leave their indicators on. Oh, isn't this beautiful? Look, the old entrance to a very large country estate. Or as was. Don't know what it is now. Event site. That's where the lord of the manor would have sat and had his 100 staff, servants, gardeners, probably 20 or 30 gardeners. Those days long since gone. There's very few lords of the manor anymore. There's a few, but they're few and far between. Shame. It is a part of what made Britain. I think I waited at a set of lights in one of the towns with 2 other cars for about 3 minutes, and that's the longest hold up I've had. And slow down. It's been totally stress free. Isn't that nice? All the bends and everything taken at my pace. Sorry. Just trying to get a mint out of the packet. Obviously knobblies have a mind of their own. I've noticed that last time I was trying to get it back in and let go of the handlebars, it wandered off to the right. I suspect my case is probably a bit imbalanced. My luggage. I should check that when I get to my destination. Bridge for farmers, way their crops out in here, communal for the local area, probably put there by some feed merchant or grain merchant. Leicestershire, and an airbase of some sort, can't tell you, don't know. I don't think it's an air base, it's an old air base. There's a few gliders, load of caravans. Not this one surely. No, it's an entrance. Glad to be off that heathen road. Golf. I have no idea what sort of petrol that is. Does he sell coffee? I don't see a coffee sign. Oh, I see a Costa sign.